Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC, and welcome back to some more Primus Unabridged. Hopefully you guys are having a good day today. Dudes, we are going to be moving. We're going to start moving anyway. We're not going to make the whole transition here right away. We're just going to do kind of like the start of our base. We talked about last episode, and I think I decided we're going to do the last millennium here. I tried doing the RF Tools world dimensions, I guess, using all this stuff, and I just had a bad time, man. I think it's going to be too much of a hassle. At least right now, because I don't have a way of getting dimlets and different things like that, and I'm really kind of just looking forward to building into a void world. So I think this is going to be our best bet. Yeah, so I ended up making a dimension, and I got stuck there. What had happened is I went into the dimension. I forgot to bring one of these dudes to get back, and I forgot to bring some sort of power source. So what I thought I'd do is make a chest, throw all my stuff into it, and jump off into the void. I mean, normally that's how you would do anything, right? Like in the end, if you don't have a way back, that's what you do. You jump off, let the end, like the void damage kill you, and then you just respawn in the overworld, and you know, all is right with the world. Not with that dimension, man. I fell for over 4,000 blocks, 400,000 blocks, and I wasn't dying, man. I was not taking any void damage. I was just falling into the abyss, and I had to call for backup. So Monkey Puzzle tried to help me out for a little bit. He took the dimlet out of this thing and put it into a chest and was trying to let the power drain out of it, because our idea was to let the power drain out of the dimlet, and then it would end up getting corrupt and kill me, right? But the problem was it had over 40 million RF in that dimlet, and it was taking forever. It was like 100 RF a tick that it was going down. So, I mean, ideally, that's something that you would like to have in your RF Tools Dimension world, something that holds a lot of power but loses it very slowly. In case anything were to ever go wrong, you wouldn't just die and, you know, that sort of thing. But for my case, which is always the bad case, it wasn't working. And so he threw the dimlet into the water, into lava actually, to try to destroy it and see if that would kick me out of the world. But that didn't work, and so I was waiting around, and all this time I was just falling. And eventually Landstrider said he could come help. He made some sort of something or other that would drain the power from the world if he went into the world. And so he went in, started draining the power, got it all the way down. We drained the power completely, and then I ended up dying and getting kicked out. So it was really, really awesome. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it so much. I don't know what I would have done, man. It was kind of annoying because my schedule is very odd in comparison to some of the admins on the server, Nonsanity and Brink, and so every time they were on, I wasn't on, and every time I was on, they weren't on, and it was just kind of annoying. And we couldn't get our schedules lined up, so I was just falling for a couple of days, it felt like. But yeah, so we got out of there. We are all good to go now, and I think I've decided that we are going to be building in the last millennium. I think it's just going to be easier, and I think it'll actually be pretty cool, man. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like having the... Let's just go take a look real quick. I kind of like having the dark skies and everything being kind of dark. There's no moon cycle or day cycle or anything like that. It is dark, but lighting is something that we can use, or we can, you know, mess around with using like carpenter's blocks and different, like the carpenter's lighting and different stuff like that. I think should be pretty cool. So but I just like the effect of this just being nothing around. That's really awesome. So I think it's gonna be kind of fun. We'll probably have to fly out to some place not around anybody else's base, because I do not want portals to be linking up. So I do plan on having a portal to the nether here, and I was having a problem. I built one here. You see our coordinates. I guess this is linked up to the one at spawn. So I was linking up to the nether portal at spawn. Like I could go in, I'd go to the nether, and then when I tried to come back through that portal, it ended up taking me to spawn. So that's not exactly what I want, and I think we may have to fly out a ways for it. I'm not exactly sure how the portal mechanics work in the last millennium, so we'll kind of have to do some research and see what all we can do there, but I think it should be pretty cool. So I am going to actually, you know what, let's just go together. I forgot that I actually have a portal set up now, and we can just do this. We can go right back to our base. We need to make an angel block, someplace where we can actually start building and set up some machines and stuff like that. So the first things first, what I want to do is make a cobble gen there, and we actually have this one here. It's going to be basically the same setup, so nothing too crazy, special, fancy. but we need to make an angel block in order to be able to start building. So I think I have everything that we need. Let's see. We need some feathers, which I know I have feathers. I just went out and collected them somewhere. There they are. Okay, so we need 2 feathers. We need an ingot of gold. We need a piece of obsidian. So I'm pretty sure I have obsidian laying around somewhere. Somewhere. Hello? Obsidian? Black wool. You here? No. Where are you, obsidian? No obsidian. Anywhere to be found. Okay, so let's go get some obsidian. Oh, and I also needed to... We need to run back to spawn here in a minute. I've got the community atomic disassembler, and I don't need it anymore. I died, and I needed some way to get my stuff back and kill off a bunch of zombies and stuff. So I grabbed that while I was at spawn because my bed doesn't work apparently. And yeah, I just never took it back. So we gotta take that back over there. And maybe we can check out and see what's going on over at spawn. Somebody said in the chat, I don't remember who it was, somebody left a comment saying they hadn't actually moved out of spawn yet. So that's pretty impressive, man. I can't do that. My frames are pretty terrible. Oh, most of the time. They're not terrible like all the time, but most of the time they're pretty bad. Okay, so obsidian, gold, and feathers. Angel block, there we go. And this guy is actually really cool. So I'm sure most of you guys know what this is, but I know I have a couple of new viewers who are new to modded Minecraft. And the angel block is something that's really cool. So normally if you wanted to build all the way up here, right where I'm floating, we'd have to build a pillar all the way up and build off of that. But if you make this angel block, basically it will place right in front of you, and it doesn't need anything surrounding it to be able to be placed. And then from here you can actually start building off of this and, you know, do all that kind of cool stuff. So it's actually super, super handy, especially if we're going to be building in the void. Something we're definitely going to need to start building some sort of platform. So it's actually pretty cool. Very useful tool. You don't need it too often, but when you do need it, you got to have it. So do we just automatically pick that up like we have a magnet? Oh, we do. Weird. I never noticed that before. Interesting. Okay, so let me go... let me die first, I guess, apparently. I need to go get some stuff together and get it all ready to go. I need to get the stuff, the items together that we're going to need for the cobble gen. And then once we have that all up and going, we will... Oh, I'm going to die. No, I didn't die. That was really close, though. But yeah, once we get everything together, we will pick back up. Oh my god, the noise, man, is enough to drive anybody crazy. Alright, well, I think we are ready to go. I've got everything we're gonna need. We need to see... I don't know, we need to see if we can get back to spawn from here. I don't know if there's an actual... There's not. I don't know. I know that there's a portal at spawn, but I don't know what the code is. So if we go back here, is it going to take us back to our base, or is it going to take us to spawn? Okay, cool. It actually took us to spawn. Now we just have to load in. Okay, here we go. We want to throw our thingamajig in there. So it is back at the community. Is it charging here? It charges there. Okay, good. Oh. It's so terrible. What just broke? I don't know what that was. Oh, I remember Non-Sanity was saying something about that. We were hearing that the other day when we were doing some testing, when I was trying to get this mod pack working. That's funny. Okay, so let's jump into this guy. This guy. Hello? This guy. There you go. It's a little laggy. It's not like game lag. It's like server lag. It's like FPS lag. That is the problem here. So if we jump down here to this one. Try not to spoil anything, Non. I just need to borrow your portal. Let's go. We'll go back to my base here, and now we can head back into this guy. So we got that all dropped off. Now we need to go find a spot. I'm thinking we'll probably just fly out to a certain distance from here, because if somebody else does come here, I don't want to, you know, like take away from what they want to do either. So we need to fly a pretty good distance out, and then we can kind of set up shop there. I was talking to Non. I was kind of worried about how this was going to work if we do decide to build out here. Oh, that's so weird. It's so dark out here. It's kind of scary. Like, I was afraid it might cause problems for the server and stuff like that, but he was saying he didn't think that that was going to be an issue. So I'm kind of glad about that, because this is definitely something that I've been thinking about for a while, as far as like building into a void world. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be like Skyblock, but a lot easier and a lot faster, so it should be pretty interesting. Now, I think we'll probably go out to, let's do negative 1500, negative 1500, and that'll be kind of like the center of our base, I think. I think should be a pretty good spot. Easy to remember if we ever need to fly anywhere, we get lost. So negative 1500, negative 1500. And I will try, we're going to do some testing. I want to build a small platform first. That way I can set some stuff down, and then we won't have to worry about anything. So we need to go this way. It looks like I'm not doing anything, but I'm actually flying around. So we can kind of scooch forward just a little bit more here. If you can hear me tapping the keys. Okay, scooch back just a little bit. There we go. So now we just need to go about 20 more blocks this way. And let's go down to... Whoop. Losing my keys here for a second. Alright, so we're going to put this right here. And then we'll throw a torch on top of that. Now I just want to build a little bit of a platform. Oh, now I know why that thing pops back into your inventory. It's for times like this. If I didn't have a magnet and I tried to break that, I'd just drop it into the void. Okay, so here's what I would like to test. I would like to see how far down we can actually build, and I think this is going to be the best way to do it. So once we see this water stop flowing, that should be as low as we can go. Now I'm not sure how that works here. It should be just like negative or 0 as far down as we can go, but I'm not sure if there's going to be like any adverse effects or anything if we do decide to build this low. Okay, so this is the lowest point right here. So do we want to build all the way down here? I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, and it just gives us almost way more than enough room than we will probably ever need above us. Hey, that could be an issue though. Any kind of water pool that I have. Actually, you know what? They only spawn above 64, I believe. It's like 49 and 64. Something like that. So that shouldn't be an issue, really. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. We're going to build all the way down here at the very bottom, and then we can kind of go from there. So let's collect this water, and we'll try to collect as much cobblestone as we can. Like so. Like so. We're not going to collect any of that. It's okay. I just don't want this floating up here in the middle of the air. Okay, please pop back into my inventory. Okay, you did. Good. Good. Now we can fly. Actually, you know what? Let's leave this. Let's get back into position here. Negative 1500, negative 1500. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I want to try. This block right here is not negative 1500. So we want... Is it here? It's right here. This is where negative 1500 is on both axes. Okay, so... Let's do this. We're going to boom, boom, boom. Gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get our angel block, and we're gonna put some water right here in that, so we know once that gets all the way down, that is where negative 1500 is. That is going to be the very center of our base, or close to it at least. I don't know how it's actually going to work once we start building, so it may be a little bit different, but should be a pretty close point. I don't want to go too far. I'm afraid it's going to hurt me. Okay, so we're going to come up just a little bit. We're going to go to about like, let's go to about 20, because that'll give us some room if we need to do anything like lower. Yeah, there we go. So that ended up being what, 22? That's perfect. So just in case we actually need to build anything down or have some room below us, I think that will come in handy. Or maybe we should go a little higher. Maybe about 30? Not sure. Yeah, let's go up a little bit to 30. So this is what, 22? Let's put a torch on this guy so I can see it. It's going to be dark here for a little while. But I think between now and next episode, I am going to work on building some sort of platform, getting a portal set up here so we can actually jump back and forth between our old base and this place. So let's do, I'll just kind of do some off-camera work. I may even try to stream, actually, yeah. Well, it's probably going to be in the past for you guys because I'm not going to be uploading this until next week, but I think I may have tried to stream this last weekend. So, should be kind of cool. I'm getting a new capture card thing and it should make life a lot easier. Okay, so now we just need to build some sort of basic platform here. We need to get our cobblegen up and going. Now, I don't want to use just plain cobblestone, so we need to take a look and see what all the chisel mod has to offer, at least for the time being. And then we can kind of build with that. We're probably going to end up replacing everything later on. Where is our center point here? Okay, it's right there. Yeah. That perfect. Let's build. It's got to be oddly numbered here. So we're gonna build out like this, like that, and that is perfect. So we're gonna do cobble there, 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 and then we can build out like so. And then from here we can go out like this. Alright, so what we want to do now is we're going to set up our cobblegen. So I got some water and I got some lava. And then inside of our golden bag of holding here, I have a node. A world interaction upgrade. Let's do this. We got some pipe, which I don't think we actually need. And then we got some power. I just bought 2 wind turbines and I did test that these actually do work here. So that's going to come in super handy. And I think that's all we're going to need. So if we pop this guy here, and you can see it doesn't do much right now. But if we throw this guy in here, it's going to act as a cobblegen. So it uses the lava and the water, and it's on a piece of cobble. And then I'll actually start producing cobble. And we can actually throw a bunch of these in here and start collecting more cobble if we ever need it. But for now, I think this is going to be plenty. We basically just need it for platform building, so it's not really that big of a deal. Now we throw this cache on top of here, and it's just going to start filling up. Check it out. So we've already got a stack of 64 and 25 pieces, so it goes up pretty quick, man, and we can hold up to 40,000 in this guy. So it's going to be pretty rad. Let's grab a couple pieces of cobblestone here. I guess it doesn't really matter. That works as light, doesn't it? Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so we'll take a stack. A stack, I said. There we go. And we'll build out just a little bit. So I think that's pretty much going to do it for today. We're going to keep it kind of short and sweet. I'm going to start working on some stuff. Maybe stream a little bit. I don't know how well that's going to work, actually. But we'll see. Okay, so we need to come out one more on all sides. But yeah, so until I come up with something else to do for another episode, I'm going to bid you adieu. And I will see you guys in the next episode, alright? Hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. It's so dark here. I love it.